Council, along with the biologics and diagnostics vertical of AMTZ, is being represented by me. I am Dr. K. Sushila Brahma. I am really glad, in fact we both are glad and happy, because I see our startups growing and we are nurturing, and with the association of Vizag Chambers of Commerce and Industry, we see that our outreach enlarges, and it opens up the opportunities for different modalities of investment. So we would just give you a short interactive presentation on how we function at AMTZ to bring the startups to develop their products, scale up to manufacturing here at AMTZ. After this, you may please walk around and visit our startups at their round tables, understand to the extent with their materials, what are the different types of products, and see where you can play a role in helping them move from the ecosystem for deploying their products into the market. And may I request Dilip?
Thank you, Dr. Sushila. I think I will brief about how we are supporting these startups and how uniquely we place under AMTZ as an ecosystem. So, as Dr. Sushila has mentioned, we are the two innovation arms of AMTZ. So, MedVal is a Section 8 company, a non-profit organization, and we do CSR activities as well. And MedVal as an entity is under Niti Aayog as an Atal Incubation Center. So, we have around 60 plus Atal Incubation Centers in India. And one of the incubator is MedVal, which is very focused to medical technology. And we support medical electronic startups under MedVal entity. And as we have another innovation arm, which is BioValley, which is a BioNest incubator under Department of Biotechnology. So they incubate startups who are into biologicals and IVDs, in vitro diagnostics. So these are the two unique incubators who are present, and recently we have been awarded as the top performer incubation center across India by Niti Aayog. So this all happened because of the ecosystem we have. Because if you see our facilities under MedVal and BioValley, as I said, we have medical electronics labs where are located in the same floor where you have visited to our World Innovation Hub building, where they have access to these scientific facilities which are open to them at any time. So for example, any medical electronics components has to be tested, they can go to PCT lab and our engineers will test for them. So what happened before, when they didn't have this kind of facilities, they have to send to the lab, the bigger lab like UV, which is fortunately inside the zone, but they used to send to Europe, and it used to take 1 year time to get tested and get it back to India. So they are notified bodies which are present outside India, and they give European accreditation with a CE mark. So this kind of global standards compliance used to happen for this much long time. But as they are now inside the zone, they are easily accessible. So the unique facility we have under MedVal, they can go and integrate as a system. If they fail, they can rectify then and there, so that they don't waste time. So that is the unique facilities we have. And under BioValley, we have biological facilities, which Dr. Sushila will explain.
Thanks, Dilip. BioValley Incubation Council is one of the 75 BioNest incubators, and this is the bio incubator arm of Andhra Pradesh Medtech Zone. And we support startups or technologies developed in the space of life sciences, biotechnology, in convergence with medical technologies. The applied life sciences like regenerative medicine, in vitro diagnostics, translational research, is the domain areas that we are not limited to, but these are the areas that includes to develop the technology here at the ecosystem. As how Mr. Dilip has explained different facilities and how the beauty of these startups here is that we integrate the ecosystem of AMTZ for the prototype development. Usually to any incubator or any accelerator, the startups come with an idea or early stage prototype. The beauty here or the advantages that AMTZ ecosystem offers through the incubators is across the life cycle development, we integrate different domains. Startups come up, they develop a prototype and they say, ma'am, which risk classification does our medical device belong to? That is the question after they develop a complete prototype or after developing the proof of concept. And it would be again to do the reverse integration to match to the standards and to the risk classification. Here, the journey starts from the ideation, wherein the startups are nurtured across the compliance standards, regulatory accreditations, so they know the regulatory pathway across the product lifecycle development, which really helps them to understand the right components, right accessories, right modality of validation, be it pre-compliance or preclinical validation or clinical validation. And the facilities offered through MedVal Incubation Lab Council, the prototyping lab, the electronics and the mechatronics, these help to give the components part and helps the innovators to test their technologies while the process of development itself. So they don't need to run anywhere for testing. During the life cycle itself, they can test. During the life cycle itself, they don't need to buy much of the accessories or components. Both the valleys support through seed fund for providing the components and accessories for them, so that they develop the prototype and they only focus on developing. And the pre-compliance lab of MedVal, it helps in pre-compliance testing, and this helps to reduce the time and life cycle development. Why? Because once the product is developed and once we send it for compliance testing outside, it takes so much time for the compliance test to happen, and suddenly if we realize that this is not adhering, we have to come back and do multiple number of iterations. That completes here itself in both the valleys. That is the advantage. Once that is done, once the pre-compliance testing is done, and once compliance testing is done through our common scientific facilities, that is where integration to the AMTZ ecosystem happens for scaling the products. I should say, the manufacturer-ready prototype, once it is done here, then it moves to the AMTZ ecosystem for complete manufacturing, or else it moves for either licensing or technology transfer. However is feasible for the partners, for the startups. There will be venture capital funding during that process, so that scaling would be probable. That is one of the very, very important aspects offered by AMTZ ecosystem. We also please see to the people or to the investors who can invest in our startups, because we have wide range of products and technologies that are really dearth in the society, need of the humankind, of the society's help in investment. Certainly they will be deployed in the market. So once this is done, you please interact with them and see wherever you can contribute.
Some of the research outcomes are displayed. Some of the research outcomes are displayed, and we have startups. You can have one-to-one discussion and any feedback, and if you have, please reach out to us. We'll be happy to note it down and see how we can meet them.
Yes. These are the products from BioValley. Can you just go back to the slide now? So, regenerative medicine is one good space that is being touched here in the startup ecosystem. Our startups are producing exosomes with nanotechnology. It is for both cosmetic applications and therapeutic applications, currently in the phase of scaling. Anesthesia workstation has already been graduated and it is currently in the market. Antimicrobial wound dressing, drug delivery patches, bioinks are being developed from Center of Excellence a 3D bioprinting center of AMTs. So where scaffold-based bioinks and pure bioinks for the development of spheroids and organoids are developed through that center, including the development of drug delivery patches as well. And the wellness therapy is completely to meet the current levels of stress across the life. And this is a hydrogen-based therapy to remove the free radicals from the body and give solace. And the recent development we had went through the urinary tract infection detection device. This is an in vitro diagnostic kit which is currently not much prevalent in the market, and which is taking time for us to detect, almost 10 days to understand that it is a UTI, and by that time there will be severe pain and suffering. So this such kits would, once deployed into the market, would really help diagnostic arena possible. And I would also like to introduce multi-para monitor here, which is having a patent both in India and US, with having sustainable upgraded platform, which is not currently available with the available multi-para monitors in the market. Sustainability is what offered in this technology. And if I can go through the slide of MedVal so that Dilip sir also can introduce the technologies.
Anyway, we have startups who has developed innovative medical devices, starting with Dentobot, who has done customized dental braces. The unique thing is the time taking for this is lesser than the conventional one which is available in the market. And we have as a vital paramonitor, infrared based, and BiPAP machine. So these are in-house developed in such a short period because of the availability of the facilities. That is the unique thing. And also we take care, as Dr. Sushila has mentioned, we take care of the regulatory part, which is one of the difficult part for startups, to, what we say is you focus on in your product development, you have a good team, all the other activities we take care as a team and as an ecosystem because we understand them very well. So that's why we are able to do this kind of devices, and specifically if you see the Nirvana thermal breast screening device, it's an innovative product, and it already got US FDA, which is one of the difficult compliance and do the marketing in US. So that is one of the good achievement. And we have surgical skin stapler. Dr. Gosai is the innovator. They are doing biodegradable and non-biodegradable skin stapler. So we have Animal Research Center, which with the help of that we can do easily clinical trials. So that is the unique thing, and we have startups here with whom you can interact today. And these are some events. As I said, we have done several CSR activities. So anything on CSR, you can reach to us. We'll see how we can take it up and do these activities. These are the some events which we distributed artificial limbs, prosthetics, and hearing aids to the people who are in need with a collaboration with Vizag Steel Plant. We are a small team, but we do good big things. So that's why this photo which I remember.
Yeah, because that always inspires in the last down photo that you see here. A small team.
I think this is the things we have been doing here, and thank you for being here. And we really want to interact one-to-one and see how we can.
Before just Dilip, thanks. And before just concluding, I just wanted to give one more. I'll just take 2 minutes to give you information on a few other centers who are also in the domain of product development. One is the Center of Excellence for Additive Manufacturing, which supports us with producing the cast casings and molds. And we have a national sensor hub for giving us the sensors, wherein our partners or our startups can use them as a components during the process of their development. And also Center for Assistive Technologies, which just Dilip has shown, which is really doing marveling, in fact, marveling in terms of contributing towards the social cause. So we also encourage startups in all domains. So since we are into medical technology, it just doesn't mean that we are stopping with that. We have expanded ourselves to make it sector agnostic through two of our programs. One is Entrepreneury, represented by one of our scientists, Mohini, and through this, women entrepreneurs are encouraged. And one is through the iPassport program. Few startups and few technologies cannot incubate physically here. So in order to facilitate the access and provide access to all the facilities across the AMTZ ecosystem, Dr. Sharma has developed a very, very innovative iPassport program, wherein the innovators have been given an iPassport designed by, with the help of Rimi and her team. With that, just the innovator need to carry that passport to just have the facilities, access to the facilities here. And these two programs are sector agnostic. We work in mental health apps, mental health, work with mental health startups also. So apart from medical technology or life sciences in convergence with medical technologies, we want other domains also to be nurtured here in this ecosystem. So this is what we wanted to convey to you. So wherever you move and wherever you come across startups, it would be really helpful for them through the word of mouth, and they can always have their products developed here. Thank you.
We are open for networking and Q&A. So those who would like to visit the startup sitting here, please kindly do so. And those who have any Q&A can please raise your questions after that lunch.
Yes.
This is just a thought. I'm one of the members of BCCA. As a family member who is interested in IoT and AI, but wearable devices for early cancer detection. Do you support such projects in your incubation center?
Yes, we do that. As if you see, the thermal screening breast screening device is one of the examples. So we do IoT based on AI, so which have the applications with medical applications. So we do support.
You have talent pool of that, or they need to be brought into the incubation?
So they should have their own team, but we have the expertise and the network and mentors who can add on.
We have a product development center here by name TechPod. So that product development center led by Mr. Suraj helps all the startups to develop their products if they have to have some mentorship necessity. So skill and mentorship is also a part of incubation program. And we, all the departments and all the center of excellences at AMTZ, they complement one another, understand the need, and accordingly place the innovator for their prototype development. So any technology is acceptable. With our team, it would be a co-joint or conjoint development.
I should convey to the
Please, they may reach out to us, we will give our contact.
AMTZ that can convey. Thank you.
Please, AMTZ is open for any innovation and any
And also throughout the year we roll up innovation calls. They can reach to the website and they can apply for it. So that's open every year. So
it's a rolling call. It is always floated in the website. So you can always apply, and through that we will take the technologies inside and incubate as per the need and requirement of the innovator.
What stage of What stage of startups do you usually accept? Is it like idea, prototype, or?
Sorry?
What stage of startups do you accept?
From ideation we accept.
So,
even if it is a small ideation, we would nurture that idea to become a technology. However, the advantage is for scaling. So rest other startups, accelerators, they move and develop either till the manufacture ready prototype or a prototype prior to preclinical and clinical validation. So we help cross those valleys. In our area, in our domain, in the startup domain, we call them as valleys of death. Wherein why? Because till that the prototype gets developed, and once it comes to preclinical validation, where we have to run animal studies, either in small animals or large animals, wherein which there is much, which is very, very expensive, resourceful, and then again conduct clinical trials, which goes in lakhs to crores. That is where the crux is. So we help cross our innovators or our technologies to pass through that and bring the technology ready for manufacturing, move across the process of all regulatory compliances, and help them for manufacture through AMDs or by AMDs.
I have two questions around that. One is in case we need some, for example, if we need some new scientific equipment, typically we spend all the money we get through venture capital or wherever it is getting that equipment. Is there any scenario where MPs can build like four-core facilities or whatever, help subsidize the purchase or buy common equipment? Is that something that MPs does, or?
Yeah. So, to the first question, at any TRL level, which is technology readiness level, we accept it falls in medical technology.
Yeah.
We accept that idea or at any stage, right? And we handle them. Through this innovation call, we will screen them first. We will understand if it is really market need or those screening elements, and accordingly we select them. Then only we give several services. For example, what you have asked for is one of the scientific instruments, which we might already have, which you can have the access. Or if you don't have, we will procure for.
Okay, so that is something MPs use. Then the second question around that is, obviously if it's like an early idea or prototype stage, does your incubator help in raising like non-dilutive funding, or how does that work?
So you come up with
Non-dilutive funding, as in like grants, or how does it actually work?
So as we have mentioned about the seed funding, right?
Yeah.
So that is for the startups who can apply for it, and we fund them. So we fund them up to 20 lakhs and 50 lakhs.
Is that dilutive or non-dilutive?
Non-dilutive.
Thank you.
Dr. Rekha, yes, I'm interested. You had mentioned about mental health apps in your speech. So, tell us an example of one mental health app.
We are in collaboration with Armenia-based startups who are working in detecting the mood swings, next insomnia, psychological health related to insomnia, anxiety, and fear against any one specific object. So currently they are working with fear against darkness. So such technologies, we are in this current year, we are working in collaboration. We have one of our colleagues here who has specialized in our department into psychological counseling area. So all these mental health related technologies she will mention through her startups. So it is simply agnostic in that direction.
So, this will need to know the details of the way.
We currently don't have. These are the eventual changes or growth that we have around it. To also taking the technologies, just not medical technology, but other domains as well. Wellness, cognitive, integrated convergence.
You will be happy to know that recently we have launched a Mind Institute. All these mental health things will come under. So we can connect.
It's just that we will not say no to any startup. Yes. Thank you. You can please take your time and meet our startups there. And thank you for your presence once again. Hope you have a good time and time ahead today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Followed by this, we have networking lunch with our startups and our guests here. But before that, you can have a look at the startups present, and then we will have lunch together.